with hotel rooms in general. You go into your hotel room and you got to spend the first 10 minutes while you're in there just trying to turn on the light bulbs. They don't want you to figure out what kind of stains are in this room. They want to make it difficult for you to OCD check that mattress and make sure there isn't bugs. You basically got to show up to a hotel room with your own Indiana Jones blowtorch type thing, walk around and figure out how to turn on all the light bulbs. But then for some reason, when you wake up at 3 in the morning to take a piss and you go into the bathroom and you turn on that light bulb, it is an interrogation lamp. You're just trying to be half asleep, pee into the actual toilet and go back to bed, and there's no lights in the entire room. But for some reason, when you turn on the bathroom light, you're now blinded and being interrogated and thinking, oh, well, now I'm not going back to sleep. I just had the rays of sun directly into my eyes. All right, I got an additional complaint about hotel rooms. You know, it used to be you were in a hotel and you got one shitty piece of soap. And if you were sharing that hotel room with other dudes, you were aware of the fact you never had this conversation with people, but at some point you're going to shower and you're like, you couldn't take your pubes off this thing, and they'll pretend like it was their leg hairs. And then we all pretend, I guess germs don't grow on soap, but then you got the same bar of soap that's supposed to be the soap that everyone's washing their hands with after they take dumps. And that's also the thing that you got to shower with. And all this shit's this on my mind. I'm a germaphobe. You try and turn the other way and go, hey, listen, I'm not cracking off the piece of soap that was the piece of soap that the other guy used after he took a dump and washed his. And then, by the way, if you're sharing a piece of soap, who's putting that soap directly on their body? There's no excuse for leaving that shower with undisclosed hairs on it. Was it a pube? Was it a leg hair? I don't want to be wondering these kind of questions, and I don't want to be yelling at the other guy, hey, do you mind washing the soap before I use the soap? Wash the soap, everybody. If you're sharing a hotel room with other people, wash the soap. So you know what hotels did? They realized, let's step up our game. You know what would be better? To have the things in the actual shower so that you could just pump them. You get all the soap you need. No one's got to call down for additional soaps. You don't have to find a bar of soap. You don't have to share the bar of soap. It's a more sanitary situation. You can have all the soap you want when you're in a shower. On paper, it was a better system. But I'm here to tell you, no one's expecting those soaps. You know how often you get into the shower, you're totally naked, you're down to your last hotel room towel, and you get yourself wet, and then you realize that there's no soap in the soap thing, and now you got to get out of the shower, half use the towel that you want to dry off in. Now you got to dirty and wet in I'm going to start calling down to the front desk from the shower and be like, can you have someone bring up some soap? You left the soap thing empty. It was a good idea. Listen, I give these hotel credits for figuring out what can we do to improve the soap situation in these bathrooms. But instead of and it was a noble idea going with the soap dispenser. But maybe you get other people who are way too excited for the soap, and they're just in there and they're just like using all the soap, and so these people don't realize how often they got to refill them. But I would say 40% of the time I'm in a hotel room, you're like, finally, I get a chance to take a shower, and you get into that shower and you realize that there's no soap in the soap dispenser. So, listen, when are candidates going to start addressing these simple common man issues that all of us have to go through when you're buying overpriced hotel rooms? All right, one last observation for being out on the road. I'm all over the place, and, sometimes you're in hotels.